Welcome to the Tiny Chapel video channel. I wanted to talk to you today about anger. This is something I've been working on very hard myself, and it's not easy. Now we are told in Matthew chapter 5 in the Sermon on the Mount, blessed are the peacemakers. And I think many of us feel like saying, well, that's a blessing I'm just going to have to forego because I'm really angry at some of these other people, because they've done me wrong, right? They've cheated me. They've disrespected me. They've called me names and done all these things that have made me angry. So I don't feel like being a peacemaker. Well, when you read further in the Sermon on the Mount, you'll see that Jesus reminds us that you've read, as he says, that the men of old, the men of ancient times said, do no murder. But I say to you, don't even be angry with your brother or your sister. Okay? And who's your brother or your sister? Everybody. Everybody's your brother and your sister. So that puts a different spin on it, doesn't it? Because it doesn't give you an option of saying, well, I don't feel like being a peacemaker. It's basically telling you that to be angry and to be angry and to nurture anger in your heart is essentially a degree of being a murderer. And in a way, it's harder to not be angry, and here's why. Murder is a behavior. You go out and you do it, I think, for the most part. That is a wrongful homicide, being a murder, and most of us don't have a lot of difficulty controlling the urge to murder, although if we could wave a wand and have certain people drop dead, we probably would. Be honest now. You probably would. Now, you might say, well, that's a bad person. That's who's your favorite bad person? Vladimir Putin, or somebody in the mafia, or a bad person. And if you could wave your wand and cause them to drop dead, you would. Well, the trouble is with anger that it comes on us when we're unprepared. I mean, we just get angry. It's an emotion. It has physiological causes. And so I have struggled with this mightily, and I'm still struggling with it all the time, every single day, to not be angry at certain people. And most particularly not to just fly off the handle at anybody, but which I don't do for the most part, But not to nurture a grudge, not to crave vengeance, not even to say, God will be my avenger, because that's another way of nurturing anger. Just you let it go. You let it go. You let God fight your battles. And you let God be the judge. And that's hard. So here's where I've gotten to on trying to follow the advice of our Lord I should say the instruction of our Lord in the Sermon on the Mount, okay, is to take those people that I really do feel anger at and imagine what my behavior would be if instead of feeling anger, I felt love, right? Instead of being angry and wishing that they would drop dead or get hit by a car or struck by lightning or get some painful illness, I imagine what the contrary would be if I felt love for them. And what I might do is give them presents, right? Is invite them to dinner, is treat them kindly, is say kind words to them, is ask after their health, is treat them with courtesy and respect. All of those sorts of things. And I'm going to follow Marcus Aurelius here. If I cannot really feel love for this person, I think the first step and a good step is to act as if you do. All right? You know, it's a lot harder to feel anger if you have put yourself in the position of acting kindly towards the person, and you do act kindly. Whatever you feel inside, you act kindly. You give them a gift. You know, you say a kind word to them. You wish them well. And maybe, I'm hoping, that this will result in me feeling inside more love for the person than anger. That's as far as I've gotten on it. I hope you'll give this a try and read Matthew chapter 5. Thanks again. Bye-bye.